Well, he isn't exactly a Brandon Marshall replacement, but the Bears found a wide receiver to fill in the slot, and Eddie Royal signed him to a 3-year deal in free agency. Kevin Fishbain alongside Arthur Arkush and Nate Atkins to talk about this signing. And Arthur, he's not the top wide receiver on the market. Certainly, he's no Randall Cobb, but here's someone with a familiarity with Adam Gase and John Fox and Jay Cutler, who fills a spot that the Bears have really struggled to fill over the years.
Yeah, no question. The middle of the field has been a problem. Some reliability in that part of the field has been an issue out of the slot for the Bears, and Eddie Royal can fill that. He has been highly productive. Like you said, he does bring some experience to the table. I don't believe that he brings the sort of vertical element that the Bears offense will still be looking for, but again, inside the numbers, he's a tough guy and he's a proven commodity, and those are hard to find in this league.
Yeah, I think some people forget how often Brandon Marshall played in the slot in this past couple of years, and he was a possession guy, and you need someone like that to get the first downs. And Nate, some people are going to talk about the age and the contract. You got a pretty nice deal for someone who's turning 29 in May, but the durability hasn't been too big of an issue the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, that's your worry with a guy who's 5'10", 185 pounds playing in the slot like that, going into the teeth of a defense. But he's played 31 games over the past 2 seasons out of 32 possible. I mean, it's just a safer bet than some other slot options you could go for.
Yeah, 15 touchdown catches combined in those past 2 seasons. And Arthur, obviously, he's not going to be the guy to take a top off the defense. They can still look in free agency or the draft, which is very deep in guys like that. But the other thing about Eddie Royal, which I found interesting, 12.8 yards a catch last year. So he's not just going to be Wes Welker, get 7-8 yards and move the chains, but he can get a couple big plays for you up the seam.
Yeah, I think so. He's not a home run hitter, but he is somewhere in between. Like you said, we've even seen the value from watching what Julian Edelman did last year. The guys who really aren't super explosive can be helpful as well. I think Royal will bring a little bit more to the table than that, and then also the return value, which is big. We know that was a major problem for the Bears last year. We don't know if punt return isn't in their plans for Royal's future, but it certainly should be an option given his resume.
And the last thing with Eddie Royal, which a lot of people are going to talk about, he spent a couple years with John Fox. Adam Gase was his position coach. His best year in his career was his rookie year when Jay Cutler was his quarterback. Nate, I assume that really factored in for both Eddie Royal and the Bears in making this agreement.
Yeah, you'd think it'd have to. I mean, it's a credit to Jay Cutler just to think that a guy who's a free agent has, enough options to go elsewhere. He chooses the Bears, chooses to play with Jay Cutler and sort of reignite what they had there, his rookie year in Denver.
Yeah, and the reports indicate the Chargers were working very hard to keep Eddie Royal where he would have been with another gunslinger again in Phillip Rivers, but now he comes to the Bears, and we'll see who's going to be the other wide receiver starting for Chicago going forward. For all the best Bears free agency news, be sure to stick here at ChicagoFootball.com.